Emmanuel Community.
Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Vicki Marthaler, your hostess today here at Emmanuel Community. And in front of me, I have the most wonderful, luxurious, soft, warm fleece blankets that are, you just want to have one yourself. I know that we're showing them to you on TV, but can you feel how soft these are? They're just beautiful. And with me is Bee, and Bee is going to talk to us a little bit today about something that we have at Emmanuel that maybe you don't know that we offer to the community. Once a month, we have a support group for those who have had a stroke. And not only for, of course, the people who have had the stroke, but also caregivers as well. So it's one of these wonderful meetings where once a month, and is it
the second Thursday of each month?
The second Thursday of each month. So you're going to have to circle it on your calendar if you're interested at all.
3 o'clock here.
3 o'clock, right here at Emmanuel. And they have, Bee has been a part of it now for over a year. She was asked to be a speaker last year and just got along so well and felt like she had something to share. So she continues to come, and you're a wonderful volunteer, and we're happy to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
Now, you have a personal interest in strokes, don't you?
Yes.
Because you've had one yourself.
Yes, I have.
I can't tell.
I was one of the lucky ones.
And it was how long ago?
It's been 5 years now.
5 years.
And I lost my whole left side.
Really?
And determination, God's will.
Are you Norwegian?
Yeah.
That has a lot to do with it.
Norwegian and Swede and German. So that means stubborn.
You had everything on your side.
Yes, I did.
But true, it is a scary time. And
Very scary.
anyone who has ever had a stroke or had someone you love have one, it is frightening because not everybody gets to come back 100% from a stroke, right?
Most people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't. And it is scary.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't, when you're going through it, you don't know when it's going to stop. You don't know if it's going to stop and you won't be affected, or if it's going to keep going until you're totally disabled.
Right.
Handicapped.
Now, you said when you first had your stroke, where you're in Texas visiting your daughter-in-law of all things, so you weren't even home, but you were with somebody, so that was good.
It made all the difference in the world. She was wonderful.
And she kind of had an inkling that maybe this needed to be checked out. You were saying that you had this kind of a disembodied feeling. You didn't have pain.
There was no pain at all.
There's no pain.
It was mostly, and not everybody remembers. Most of the people in the stroke group don't remember their strokes.
Okay.
And so they were interested in the fact that I remembered and what happened because they didn't know what happened. And it was kind of a disembodied feeling.
Mm-hmm. And then you said that you could, with your paralyzed left side, you were paralyzed for a number of days. And
yes.
Then the first little hint that maybe there would be some reclaiming was a big toe wiggling.
I had gotten the use of my hand back again.
Okay.
But I didn't, my leg wouldn't move,
Huh.
my left leg, and after 11 days I was able to move my big toe. And I just hooted. Everybody heard me.
And I'm just giggling. I think that would be so exciting. But everybody's excited for you, the doctors and the nurses too.
Oh yeah, everybody came running.
And
it
so
was a breakthrough.
So then you had to have recovery time.
Yes.
But now 5 years later, you wiggling your hands and your toes?
Yes. Yes, I'm wiggling everything.
Wonderful.
Still have a few memory issues. I get dizzy very easy if I move quickly. But I can get around.
Awesome.
And I do.
So with her personal story here and her investment in this support group, they are starting the support group, the people in the support group. What do you have, like 10, 5?
It varies.
1,100?
It varies. I would say we average about 6 to 8, occasionally 10.
Well,
And we'd love to have more.
And people can't come every time. But you
Right.
would love to have more. We want to
Absolutely.
get the word out about this support group for people who have had strokes or are living with the residue of strokes, or however you want to say it? Because I know sometimes you have speakers, right?
Yes.
Sometimes you have speakers.
Sometimes we have speakers. Sometimes we'll watch a video.
Okay.
One day this summer, we had a picnic.
Fun! Food
Yes.
is always good.
Food is always good. And sometimes we just sit and talk because everybody's interested in everybody else's experience and comparing it to their own.
And I'm sure that for some people who haven't been able to reclaim their abilities, there's some frustration that goes with that, and for caregivers and those living with it itself. So you need to be talking about these things.
Right. And my personal belief is that in all things, and particularly in my case and everyone's here, you're either a victim or you're a survivor.
It makes a difference.
It makes it, and you get to choose.
Yes.
You get to choose. You may not be able to use all your fingers and toes the same way that you used to, but you're still you. And you're still a survivor, and you still have value.
Value, yes. A person continues to have value, even if they're living with limitations.
That's right.
Perfect. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons you guys started this fun project. Let's tell them about this business, this tying of the beautiful fleece blankets.
Well, we had a discussion one day, and it was on what do you most hope for?
Okay.
And people wanted to be productive.
Sure.
That was one thing everyone had in common. They wanted to be productive.
Okay.
And I chose this project because even people who had one hand could work with somebody else who had one hand and tie a knot.
What a great idea. See, these fleece that doesn't ravel or anything, so if
Nope.
you cut it and then you just tie it, well, there's a
cut
front
it.
and a back, so the material on one side is different than the other.
Right.
So you cut them the same size, and then you do this fringe business, right? And then you tie these together so they don't come apart. So that's what Bee is talking about.
And one of our stroke survivors could only use one hand, so someone would hold the fabric,
Sure.
and he cut. All he did was cut. And the cuts didn't need to be perfect because who really cares?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. So now you're making, what are you going to do with them?
We're going to give them to the women's shelter, Mary's Place.
That's right. Brand new in Detroit Lakes since this summer. They opened up
Yes.
this summer. Mary's Place.
Mary's Place. And one of the reasons we're giving them there, and the members of the group wanted them to go to children.
Awesome.
Because the kids, a lot of kids come through there,
Yeah.
and they're caught in the middle of grown-up issues that they didn't have anything to do with.
Is
and
this
they need a warm
wonderful?
fuzzy.
That warm fuzzy.
Yep, these are warm
Literally
fuzzies
right
for the
here.
children. Right.
So, this is what we're telling you this week, is that at Emmanuel Community, once a month, on the second Thursday at 3 o'clock, there is a support group for people who have had a stroke or caregivers that are caring for people with strokes, and that if you want to come and be surrounded with encouragement and affirmation and a safe place just to talk about the different challenges that a person is facing with other people who understand maybe just a little bit what you're going through, this is where you want to come. And that they are doing also a community project that will lift your heart and lift your spirits knowing that you are touching another life. Well, this is Vicki at Emmanuel, and this is Bee, volunteer at Emmanuel, surrounded by warm fuzzies, and we want you to have that warm fuzzy too. So, stroke support group here at Emmanuel, second Thursday of every month, 3 o'clock. Come and join us if you'd like to learn more. We'd love to share. Is that right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.